I want to give you an insight about the discard phase when it comes to the narcissist. Sometimes it's not about them finding a new supply. It's about you're not reacting to the entertainment that they're doing. What I mean is that when they see you and they get in a relationship with you, it's not a relationship to them. You're an audience. You feel me? And as an audience, a fan of the person that's an actor, you're there to watch the show. You know what I mean? You're there to be entertained. And when you're not showing the narcissist anymore that you're entertained by them, that's when the discard phase typically starts before they find a new supply, or they can find a new supply first, however, what the case may have you. I'm just giving you another viewpoint, another perspective on this. You ever notice when the couple situations start to happen and over that your morale changes on them? You start to expect how they're going to be. You don't give the same wow and whoa type expressions to them anymore. You know what I mean? When you start to do that, they start to view that as I need more audience. I need a better audience because obviously they're figuring me out. When you start to figure them out, they really, and I say this with so much in my heart. When you start to figure them out, they get tired of you because they're tired of you acting uh, negative in their eyes to them. You know, you're not reacting to the show anymore. You're not reacting to the gag, the shtick. You know what I mean? You're not reacting to that anymore because you're over it. You're tired of the nonsense, and you don't want to leave because of all the time you invested, and you feel like they can really change because you've changed in previous relationships, or whatever the case may have you, or just gotten better, or understand that in order for me to have a successful relationship, I need to change something about myself. You feel what I'm saying? And narcissists can't take that. They come to you with the show they've been showing people for however many years they've been showing people. And a lot of times people will just buy into it around them. That's why I say, like the flying monkeys, they'll buy into the show. Whatever they do, that's cool, that's fun. You know what I mean? They'll keep giving that energy up because they know that's what the narcissist wants. But you, me, once you start to see what this really is and you get tired of dealing with the nonsense and you just hope and you just kind of like most of the time when y'all hang out at some point, you start to just sit there and just be cool and just analyze because you know after so much laughing and coolness that sometimes that laughing was something that you just kind of like pretended to do, not because you're pretending to be somebody you're not. You're doing that because you know if you don't, the narcissist is gonna get mad that you're not laughing. You feel me? It turns into that. Like it can turn to that real quick. You know, for me, in my situation, I started to tone down who I was because I was so irritated about the behavior. You know what I mean? When you get irritated by that behavior, you don't act the same way, and or you know you're pretending to be cool with everything because the moment you show you're not cool with it, they're gonna blow their top off and be a whole different person, and or go go entertain other people. You know what I mean? And you don't want that to happen, so you comply. That's what I mean about the when you comply to the toxicity with the narcissist, it's going to be a forever going thing. I've said this in previous videos. When they find a new supply, it's most of the time. Let me not say most of the time. I changed my answer. Sometimes they just find a new supply that's going to comply with it and be okay with the pretending everything is whimsical, everything is happy and fairy tales and pixie sticks, Peter Pan. Like that's how they view everything. Everything is entertainment to them. It was never a relationship. It was entertainment. It was something to do. It was something to pass the time and keep the high that they feel. You know, you spend so much time just wanting to have a wholesome relationship while meanwhile they just want to have fun, 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 happy, 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 which low key is like unrealistic. You know what I mean? But you living in the real world know it's unrealistic, but to them it's realistic to always be happy about. And when I say be happy, like they're just pretending to be happy because they're entertaining. They're entertainers. I'm not talking about rappers and actors and stuff like that. We're talking about narcissistic people. They like to entertain. That's why they always around people, the same people that you got problems they hanging out with, or I got problems they hanging out with. That's why they do that, because those people are pretending to be entertained by them. You know what I mean? They're not going to show face the way they really feel about the situation. They're going to keep doing it because either A, they're entertained by it for real, or B, they just like the energy of them being around here, but don't really pay them no mind. But you though, because you're in a relationship with them and you see how they really are, like you start to feel some type of way. You don't like that. I didn't like it. I got to a point to where I was like, man, this is a lot. You're doing a whole lot for no reason. You know what I mean? That was me. It was just no reason for you to have this behavior, for you to have to act like this, for you to have to be in front of so many people and do the wildest things. Oh man, I got so many stories where I just be like, yo, why is this deep? Why does it have to be a show? Why does it have to be a gathering of so many people for you to feel like you're at home and this is how it should be and stuff like that? I don't know what that is per se, for real, why it has to be that way, and why you just can't realize when you bring up an issue that they should formulate and have realization that, dang, how I'm acting is a problem. But again, the whole accept me and you don't accept me, that means we can't be together because you can't accept me. Like that stuff is so wild to me, because sometimes it can be very manipulative when narcissists say you can't accept me for who I am. No, I'm not going to accept disrespect from you if that's who you are. That's real. I'm not expecting, if you've been disrespecting people your entire life, don't expect me to settle for disrespect because you've been doing that with other people and other people being okay with that. You see what I'm saying? And you as well. You're not okay with disrespect. Sometimes the entertainment is disrespectful. It's not. It's sometimes the entertainment is just off the chain, where you just like you don't have to act like this, and sometimes it's disrespectful to where they want to put on the show and talk to you kind of crazy in front of whoever. You know, it's all entertainment based. I have to emphasize that, man. No matter how much time you put in, no matter how much love you put in, no matter how much empathy you put in, it does not mean anything in the end to them. Because like for me, and I'm sure you have too, you'll bring up these situations where you've done something so like what you thought was thoughtful and powerful and deep to you, and you thought that they were perceived the same way. They don't see it like that because that's not fun to them. What's fun to them is doing shots. That's fun to them. That's more fun than you giving them a thoughtful gift. You know, that's way more fun to them than doing that. It's more fun. It's more fun to them to be out and about, you know, showing out than just being at home chilling with you. They need more entertainment. You're and over time, even before you start to get annoyed of the behavior, they just get tired of entertaining you anyway. You know what I mean? That the multiple sources of supply is what they're after. Like if they find a good nice amount of supply from one person, they'll sit still for a hot second until they feel like they can find better, they can entertain better. If I can entertain this person to keep this person captivated, who else can I entertain and get captivated by myself, by me? You know what I mean? That's most of the time how they think. A narcissist can't be by themselves. So they'll go from supply to supply to supply until they find someone that's going to be okay with the toxicity, that's okay with the rudeness. Oh, I'm just joking. You're taking it too far. I'm just joking. That's what they'll tell you. I'm just joking. Joking about your personal life in front of people is not funny. And y'all in a relationship. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny you bringing up personal stuff in front of people and joking about it as if like it's cool. I don't think it's funny that taking jabs at me is cool and funny to you. It's funny to you. That's not funny to everybody. But again, when you start to really give energy to yourself about what they're doing is not like helpful in a relationship and or sabotaging a relationship, that your audience, your ticket has been revoked. your ticket has been revoked. You cannot come back to this auditorium anymore. You know what I mean? I will fill this auditorium up with other people and make you feel like an outcast. That's why I said, like, a lot of times when you start to hang out with them towards the end, when the discard phase is going through, you feel alienated. They alienate you on purpose. They joke with other people about stuff that's like, what? Potty jokes and stuff. Like, what? You know what I mean? I'm not a potty joke guy. That's not really in me to be like that. I don't really care for stuff like that. But that's just how they are. And it's like, wow. But with me, you're a whole different person. That's what I'm saying. When you start to notice the two-face is what they be saying. Like, we start to notice they're a different person with you and a different person in front of other people. That's an issue. That's a problem. If you can't just be naturally you in front of whoever, you got to be somebody that you're not. I'm talking about the extreme lengths to entertain people, to keep people around them. I got to stay out at night longer because the party's not over. No, the party's been over. You just want to elongate the feeling. The party's over with. What, clubs end at what, 2, 3 a.m.? The club is over with, but you want the club to keep going to 6 a.m., 7 a.m. with people just doing stuff. Like, just relax. But you can't tell them that. They can't relax. They take what you're saying as controlling because you're not happy, 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 joy, 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 fun, 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 fun. I know I'm like joking a lot about it, but it's just I just want to really like give you an insight on why the discard happens like that. Because sometimes it's not the new supply. It's just your your viewership isn't enough. Either you being one person isn't enough, or you're starting to figure them out and you starting to get tired of it. You start to they want you to always have a smile on when you see them 24/7. I know that's probably like figuratively I'm saying that, but I'm also saying that literally too at the same time. You know what I'm talking about. They want you to always have that. Otherwise, they're gonna know you walking around with that energy, that issue. I can't tell you how many times where it's like your energy is weighing heavy on me. It's so heavy. Because I feel some type of way, and I feel some type of way, and you feel some type of way about them. You know that. You feel some type of way, and these problems go unchecked and untalked about, unresolved. That over time you start to just become a neutral person when you hang out with them. And again, they need, and I repeat this, they need the best audience possible. If that means going backwards to the old supply because that audience was better, they'll go wherever it is that they'll be able to sell the most amount of tickets. You feel me? They'll go wherever that is to sell the most amount of tickets. It does not matter how long y'all been together. It does not matter what you've done for them. It does not matter how much time you put into it. They don't perceive the relationship the way that you do. They don't have that how about I say introspection, if you rather. They can't look internally. The external is so important to them on so many levels. How much stimulation they're getting is more important to them than looking inside themselves. They know if they look inside themselves, they're not gonna like it. I don't know if y'all know this, but narcissists will look in the mirror and know that they're messed up. They'll know. They'll know, but they don't care because they've lived life so long not being checked for these things. By the time it's time to be held accountable for some of this stuff, they're not trying to hear that. It's controlling. They don't like discipline. That is not a thing. That is non-existent in their life. So they're actually allergic to it. I know I'm joking, but at the same time, it's just now I can joke about it now because I done got through it. I done worked through, all that nonsense. I just want to give value to the people that always felt awkward about how they felt dealing with somebody like this, and why are things like this? Why did it all of a sudden change for no reason? It changed for no reason because you stopped acting happy. You feel me? You know, they'd be like, well, we're not happy anymore. No, you're just not happy to see them do nonsense. It was fun at the beginning. It was cool to be spontaneous like that at the beginning, but to have a healthy, long durated relationship, you have to set boundaries and respect the other person, and the other person respects you. Narcissists can't do that. Being disrespectful is a part of their identity because they've been doing that, having fun doing that. You hear what I'm saying? They've been having fun disrespecting people for this long, disrespecting their parents or other peers, whatever the case may have you. They've been having fun doing that so long. By the time somebody comes around where it holds them accountable, they can't deal with that. That is something they cannot deal with. And they will replace you with the new supply. And like I said, the new supply is going to be the happiest artist whenever they can. They're going to be the number one fan. That's why it looks like that. It looks like it when you see that the narcissist and the new supply are inseparable, and that's if they show them to you. That's if they show them to you. But some of us met the new supply. So I hope that's again. I'm gonna make another video on that about when you meet the new supply. But that new supply is happy because they got somebody to entertain them, and they can entertain back, manipulate each other. You're not trying to be manipulative. You're just trying to love them. They don't want to love that back. They can't do that. That is incapable in their capacity of who they are in this time in life. They cannot unlearn how to not be like that unless they go out and really seek help on how to fix that. Otherwise, you got too many people out here that's gonna condone that kind of nonsense, i.e., toxic people, i.e., other narcissists. You know what I mean? That's really what I want to emphasize about the discard phase. Sometimes it's not the narc. Sometimes the new supply is they find a new supply because they get tired of you being an audience member. Straight up. So I hope this message finds you well. I'm Fonzie Murph, and I'm out. Peace.